Hi, I'm Simone from Core Strength Pilates, and every day of December I'm going to give you a different exercise to help you bring on 2018. Day 26, reverse curl. So lying on your back, belly button sinking down into the floor. When we do a normal curl, we move from the upper body to curl up. A reverse curl is exactly that, using the reverse end of the body. So what we're going to try to do is lift the tailbone off the floor, and it's not as easy as it sounds. So we're going to take our legs up into tabletop position, one leg at a time, belly button sinking down, and we're going to leave our arms down by our side for this one. If you squeeze your legs together, bring those knees up nice and close and the feet, that's going to help keep the pelvic floor lifted, and it'll help keep everything engaged there. And then all we do is we focus on pulling that belly button right down into the floor and pulling the tailbone off the floor. So the tailbone right at the end of the spine, I'll move my hands out of the way so you can see, the tailbone tries to lift. So when you first start this exercise, you may find that that's about all you can do, or that you're just bringing your legs in towards the chest. That's good for your legs, it's good for your hips, get a bit of movement through there, but it's not doing the same for your abs as that slow, controlled tailbone lift. So it's a tilt of the pelvis. Push the belly button down, try and get the spine on the floor, try and lift the tailbone as much as you can. So we go from this tabletop position, we bring the knees gently towards the chest by lifting, and then release back to tabletop. One important thing that you must remember when you're doing this exercise is that you don't pull in and then let the legs swing away, because as soon as the legs go past that hip line, they're going to want to start to lift your back. And if you're not that strong, that lifting of the back can cause a bit of strain into your back or injury into your back. So again, pull the belly button down. I'm squeezing the knees together as I try and lift the tailbone off the floor. A little bit harder is if you take a hip distance gap between your knees and feet and you do it from there. You don't have the same support through the legs, so they have to work a little bit harder as well. You can also adapt this one by crossing the legs. So I can cross and squeeze. This is probably the easiest way to do it. And pull in again. However, if you're going to cross your legs, you need to count how many you do, because while I have my legs crossed with the right leg over the top, I can really feel that left quad muscle working hard. So I'm going to have to swap over so that I can work the right quad as well when I do it. Okay, so count them if you're going to do it that way, otherwise just squeeze the legs together. Make it a little bit harder by having a gap between your knees and feet. But really remember, you've got to pull that belly button down, try and lift the tailbone each time. So a little bit of support that you can add for your back as well may be to tuck your hands into where your little arch is in your lower back. So that's not right down here where the tailbone is, but up a little bit higher. Slide the hands in there till your fingertips touch. Come back up into tabletop, squeeze the legs. Now I'm going to push my spine into my hands so I can actually feel what's going on. And by doing that, the lift that you get when it hits your hands sort of tilts you over, and that lifts the tailbone a little bit as well. However, as much as it will lift you this way, you need to remember that it's also going to lift you that way, having your hands there. So you've got to be in control. There's a lot of control involved in this exercise. Control as you come forward, but most certainly having control as those legs move away from the body. You don't want to lift back. So you've got a few options: hands by your side or hands in the lower back, legs together, legs crossed, or legs in hip distance apart. So if you've got any questions, message me or comment below. Good luck!